Diaries, yo, what's good, people? Welcome back to the North Divide Show, your Monday 2 p.m. show with your boy Jords and, of course, our Arsenal contingent in Hooks. Look, people, if you're just checking in, make sure you smash the like button on your way in. It don't take a second. Doesn't take a second. It don't cost a thing. And also make sure you're subscribed to the channel, tap the post notification bell. But don't just subscribe to me. If you're a supporter of me, you're a supporter of Hooks. So go and subscribe to Hooks. Big up to Hooks, by the way. He hit 5K in the last week. So big milestone. And now it's on the road to 10K. So look, people, you can help me get to 2K, help him get to 10K. And yeah, man. You know what? In fact, Hooks, share some of your subscribers with me, bro. What's going on right now? Like the village, they're not fucking with me. That's what if I clock the village, they're not fucking with me.
I'm trying, blood. Like, you get me, man. Get me, man. Share everything, blood. Man, trying, blood. Like, you get me. It's just a, you know, yeah. It's just a grind, blood. It's just a grind, man. Like, honestly, it's just a grind. I just gotta keep on going, bro. Like, consistency, man. Consistency, man. Yeah, if you had this same sort of consistency that you had, because obviously you're in a final, if you had that the whole season through, you'd have more subscribers than me, bro. So
nah, I don't think so. But more time, that's probably just because Tottenham's fan base isn't as big as Arsenal. So I think that's probably the biggest thing. But more than anything, yeah, you're right. I ain't got the consistency. But like you did say, people, this week there is so like if you guys have to tune in because there's so many videos coming out. So I don't hear no complaints. I'm going live like 2-3 times every day. There's about 2 videos
every day. It's Monday.
It's Monday.
Bro, you got two days until Judgment Day, bro.
2 days until armpit settings. That's what I'm saying. 2 days until armpit settings. You already know where it is. But look, as you can see in the title, we're going to be touching on Arsenal, the 3-peat, and I ain't talking Miami Heat. We're talking about the second 3-peat of second place. Yeah, Spurs matching the overall record for defeats in a Premier League season without getting relegated. So, look, Arsenal getting a bad record. Spurs are doing bad records. It's bad all over the place in North London. But we're looking to change that. We are going to touch on the Europa League final, of course, the upcoming big game against Manchester United, and then also just a few little transfer bits here and there, because obviously Arsenal could potentially get in signings. There's also Hooks went viral on the weekend, so probably touch a little bit on that, but just bringing it back to where...
Technically, it's not a bad record. Technically, it's a good omen. Because the last time we three-peated second, we won the league the next season. So just
wait. Can we get the special
concentrate? Focus.
The stars are aligning. The stars are aligning.
You know what? That might be my agenda for next season, innit? You know what I'm saying? So tune in, yeah. I'm thinking about, do I do the video prior to the transfer window, or do I wait to see what my club does in it? I'm not getting caught in that trap again like I did last season, saying that I expect my club to win the quad, but then they didn't sign Gyökeres, and then I just looked like an idiot the whole season. So by the way, we're thinking about it, but just throw it out there. It's a good omen. It's not a bad record, but your one. It's a very bad record, and it don't. Bad record. You still got Crystal Palace?
No, we played Crystal Palace last week.
Wait, shit. Sorry, who's your last game again?
Brighton at home.
Brighton? No, I ain't too much better.
It's one of those games that you would expect either team, both teams to not really be playing for anything. But I think Brighton are still pushing on to potentially Europa League or conference place, whatever it is. So who knows? Who knows? They could, they couldn't. Who knows if they are going to turn up? But just to focus, concentrate. Yeah, we're concentrating on Arsenal. We're not doing Arsenal the whole show. Before Hooks goes on one, we're gonna be here for an hour talking about Arsenal. I see it. Yeah, you're doing the huge. No, we're gonna speak about Arsenal just briefly, because to many people's surprise, You beat Newcastle. You beat
To my surprise, I was surprised as well.
Yeah.
I predicted 2-2.
Yeah, that was one of the first. Well, not one of the first, but let's just say one of the not so many games that you haven't predicted Arsenal to win. And they went out there, got the job done. You know, man like Declan Rice, player of the season nominee, stepping up with another,
Yeah.
let's just say a very class finish, but an important goal more than anything. How did that feel?
How did what feel?
You know, the win. You know, getting 3 points and also, you say, cementing your place in second. I know last week you mentioned you didn't really care if you lost to them, but let's be honest, you know, cementing your place in second, you just said it's a good omen, so you must feel good.
Nice. Honestly, bro, I don't care. I'll keep it so 100% real. Like, do you know what? How about this? I don't even think that we deserve to win the game. We was lucky. He was actually lucky. It could have. And do you know what's weird? Yeah, because Raya got man of the match, yeah, but I can't lie. I know he made those bad boy saves, but he actually made the mistakes that led to him having to make those bad boy saves. So it's like, I don't know, man. That first half, like, was diabolical, bro. Like, we didn't create nothing. We was just passing and couldn't break them down. And you get me. And Newcastle were a far more dangerous team in the first half, and then we come out for the second half, and it was sort of similar to the Liverpool game. Like, we just came out of the blocks firing, and I think probably like 20, 25 minutes ish, like, we looked like the team that deserved to win. But then I'll say the last 10, 15 ish minutes of the game, like, obviously Newcastle, they were chasing the goal, wanted to get the draw, because for them, it's like, for them, 4 points would have secured their Champions League football in it. And a lot of them are probably banking on beating Everton at home on the final day of the season. So, and I mean, that might not even be a guarantee now, because Everton actually did quite the business against whoever the fuck they was. I can't remember. Is he just how tapped out? I can't remember who they were playing. They were playing someone.
They played early. They won 2-0. I remember they were the early game on Sunday. They definitely won.
Who did they play? Who the fuck did they play?
Everton. Let me quickly check.
They
Southampton.
Southampton. Yeah. Okay, so it's like, yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like, for me, the season was done when we got knocked out to PSG in it. So I guess I'm just riding the wave at the moment, man. Like, I'm more interested in the
You're an emotional fan. I thought you would be more like, we got 3 points. We won. We beat you beat a team that you haven't beat this season. Now, I know it's at the point of when the season doesn't matter, but surely, I don't know, in your eyes, you see that it does something for you guys mentally, maybe. Just beating it, because Newcastle beat you quite a few times.
Yeah. I don't work. Well, as soon as we won, I called Specs in that car. I was on a show with Specs on Friday, and he was chatting. Bear. Oh my, he was talking about Arsenal, like Arsenal was Southampton. So, by the way, had to call him, just remind him, yo, you was coming to the Emirates in the Prem. Last time you beat us in the now Ranger was kicking ball for you, man. That's how long ago it was, in it. So, just had to remind, man. And you get me. We keep it moving. I'm an emotional fan, but my heart's been broken since PSG, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my heart's been broken, bro. Like, so them man gotta do a big signing to get me gassed again, get me happy again. Car, bro, like, do you know what? I'll be honest. The only thing that I don't want now is to go and lose to Southampton, because that would be embarrassing. That to me, sackable offense. That's definitely losing to Southampton. But come on, man, George, you know this feeling, bro. You have this feeling every single season, bro. You know what it's like.
What he's trying to say is he's halftime. It's halftime of the season. He's checked out. Yeah, he didn't return from halftime. He done the Pascal Chimbonda thing, walked out the stadium, and just said, "Nah, I'm done." Going crib, and that's where Hooks is at right now. Hooks is basically done with Arsenal. Doesn't really see anything left from this season, which is a fair point. Look, I can sit here and say, from where you are, finishing second, I think it gives the team a little bit of a boost. I will say that, because if you did fall into third or fourth, it's that little thing that plays in the back of their mind, like, oh, rah, like we got worse this season. Like we didn't at least stagnate. Stagnating isn't good, but at least you're not declining.
No, we declined.
No, but I'm talking about with regards to league position.
Last season, I finished on 89 points, you know.
No,
I finished on 89 points last season, you know.
Hooks, I agree with you with regards to you, man, declining. I've told you that all season, remember long, but I'm just talking about right now in the players' heads, from the player point of view. Yeah, just a point of they've stagnated at a point of just second, innit? So, like you said, they can then focus on potentially aiming for that first spot. But with regards to Newcastle, yeah, for one, Specs has been he's been in his own cloud, his own little world since they've won the Carabao Cup. Specs has just been talking a whole leap of madness. Man was talking about Mbappe. Sorry, he's going Mbappe. What? He's not betting Isaac. What? I swear that was a show that me and you on, and I was like, bro, am I hearing things or is this guy gone mad? Yeah. So Specs is just already in the airport. He's just floating there constantly up in the sky. He's not in our planet. But Newcastle do have something to worry about now, because if they'd won this game or at least got a draw, they'd have put themselves in a very strong position to ensure that they are in the top 4, but let alone a Champions League place. Now, with them sitting on 66 points, and do you know what? You winning this game, as much as I don't like it, it does make this top 5, top 6, 7 race really interesting, because you got Newcastle on 66, Chelsea on 66, Villa on 66, City on 65, and Nottingham Forest on 65. So there's still those Champions League places that are up for grabs and could be any one of those teams. Newcastle in particular, their last game of the season is Everton, and it's at home at St James's Park. So you'd expect them to have a good game. But when you look around at the other teams, you obviously got Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest. You got Villa versus Man United. And then Man City, because they play against Bournemouth tomorrow, you probably have to wait to see how it plays out with that one in particular. But what do you think about Newcastle? Do you think that they're going to struggle to confirm their position? Or do you think that game against Everton, all but done, like they'll confirm their win against Everton and just call it a day?
I just think they're going to just beat Everton and just call it a day. Personally, that's what I believe anyway. Like, don't get me wrong, Everton's a hard team to break down. They don't concede too many goals. They're actually on a good run of form as well. They've actually been pretty good since David Moyes took them over again. So, but like, if Newcastle mashed this one up, boy, it's crazy, you know. Like, do you know what the reality is? Yeah, like. I'm just getting up the table. Yeah, I need to make sure.
Mustafa says beat them when it matters. When it doesn't matter, Newcastle dominated both semis. Yeah, they're on to you, man. And what happened to Airport Albert? Well, what's everyone saying? Airport. Oh, Airport.
No, they're trying to say Airport It's basically trying to say, take over, innit? Like,
because he's got a touchline.
Oh, sorry, my bad. No, because Airport Albert is gonna be on the touchline because Arteta's banned from the touchline for the final because he got a yellow card in the game against Newcastle. Yeah. I just
got a yellow card in a nothing game. Yeah, and sorry, I forgot to come to this. Paolo Marotti, always a bridesmaid, never the bride.
I just quickly bring up John's manager out last comment. Yeah,
last one. Sorry.
Hear me out. Yeah, hear me out, Jords. Yeah, hear me out. Yeah, and I'm gonna say this once. Yeah. And if you so wish to want to chase the bag like me, yeah, because I'm smart, business move, yeah. Next season, I'm doing all of Wrexham's watch-alongs in it. And I'm doing bare content for Wrexham in it, yeah. Because them man, yeah, Deadpool and that, yeah, they're coming up, yeah. I doubt they got too many content creators doing stuff for them. There's a fan base there. They're like linking up like this with America. Yeah. I'm seeing the dollar signs. Yeah. Don't worry. Wrexham, you got a new fan now, innit? So big up Wrexham, innit? But back to what I was saying about
You know what? That's a good show. I'm gonna keep. You know,
yeah.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for that one. Actually, to be fair, fun fact: I used to go to college with one of their players, Jacob Mendy. I used to play with him back in
Okay.
college, still a little defender. So maybe I might have to look out for them.
Yeah. They're saying smart. The Wrexham story is mad, by the way. You know they broke English football history. They're the only team
the amount of
ever,
promotions that they've done.
Yeah, three promotions back to back to back. No one's ever done it.
They've done 3. Well, they've not done 4 promotions. They've done from National League to League 2 to League 1. They was already in National League, so it's League 2, League 1, Championship. I suppose 3 back to back. Yeah.
So, but cool. Ryan Reynolds, remember the name, halftime hook. So, by the way, Newcastle, they're in a position where obviously, okay, cool. Man City play tomorrow, so I don't know about you, but I have a feeling that that's gonna be a draw or a loss in it. I don't think that Man.
I got a feeling they drop points. I don't think
Man City win that one. However, let's not pretend it is possible for them to win it. But I don't think that they're going to. Yeah. So Newcastle are in a position, where all they have to do is not lose. Yeah. Because they're already ahead of Chelsea and Nottingham Forest and Villa, on goal difference, So the only way that they get screwed is if Man City win their last 2 games. That's the only way they get screwed. But if Man City, say they lose and draw, they actually go through because Chelsea are playing Nottingham Forest.
Yeah. So one of them are going to cancel each other out of the race. Yeah.
So,
or they can cancel each other out with a draw.
Yeah, exactly. They can. So, but in that case, Chelsea may get lucky depending on how the other results go. But I think, that we need this. Do you know what? This final game week, I don't even know if I'm going to watch the Arsenal game. I might watch the Chelsea Nottingham Forest one. I'll be
I wouldn't even watch Arsenal Southampton, man. What are we doing here? That doesn't make any sense.
Because big up Footy Judge Mo on the raid, by the way. Big up.
Big up Footy Judge Mo on the raid, man. He raided up the chat real quick. If you come over from Footy Judge Mo, make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the boy Hooks as well. Link is in the description and in the title of the video. We are talking right now the top 4 race and I suppose who we want to go through. Big games next week. Some big performances needed. But I agree with you, Hooks, there. I feel like, for me, for one, I hope Nottingham Forest and Chelsea draw. I hope. Because when you look at for one, Chelsea and Nottingham Forest fans are 2 of the most unbearable ones. Yeah. I don't want Wolfie with Champions League football. Don't need that. Don't want it. Don't even want to entertain it. And then also, I don't need a Don. Don't need a CB. I don't need all these Ches to be sitting there talking about. Ches probably the worst one. Ches and Don, don't need either of them to be talking about Champions League. We've had a good season. No.
You know what? It will be immediately in it. Nobody thought that we would get Champions League football anyway, and then it's just like, go listen to that rubbish.
Just rubbish. We know. I
actually need Forest to win though. Because I need Forest to make sure that Chelsea can't get it. Do you know what I mean? I need Forest to, because even if Forest win, they still can't get it. It's not guaranteed for them. Because if Man City win both their games,
and then Villa win as well, innit? Yeah. And Newcastle win.
They can't get it. So as long as Villa, Man City win both their games and Newcastle win,
I've seen the Villa winning. Villa are winning regardless, because Villa are playing Man United after the final, so it's either going to be a deflated United side that's lost, or like an elated Man United side that doesn't care about the game because they've been celebrating.
Yeah.
Newcastle, I've got them as favourites. They're probably going to beat Everton. Innit? It's at home. They should do the business. They're focused on getting that. So if those 2 win, they've secured themselves those top 4 spots. You just need City to do the job, and then all goes well. Like you said, Chelsea don't win. Even if Forest win, Chelsea drop right down to 6th/7th. Chelsea drop down to 7th and don't win the Conference League. Conference League again? Hey, it's gonna be a dark time, man. Trust me. I will. That's what we need to see. Wagwan to Gunner K in the building. He says, Wagwan to the man. Them man like Scott. I was coming back to this. Jords wanted to say, big up, about to take my flight. Come on, you Spurs. Also, you might not see me in the new season if we lose. You know what, Scott? Big up for you for taking a flight out to Bilbao. I hope that you enjoy the game. Make sure you go to all the fan camp, all the fan. What is it though? The fan zones, and look, enjoy your time, man. It's gonna be a good week for you. Trust me, yeah. Positive energy out. As you can see, I even put this season shirt on to make sure. Yeah, this is what we're on this season.
Wait, what did you win in that season?
No, this is the season. This is this season's shirt. So I'm putting on this season's shirt. Good omens.
Wait,
you know what I mean?
is your final game of the Prem? Is it a home game or away game?
Home.
So are you gonna wear your new kit in that game?
I don't know, you know. Spurs are always really weird. Like, we launch our kits in July and them things, bro. Like, I don't even think our kit's been launched because I've been waiting to see we got a new black away kit. I just want to get that, like, get that out in the stores ASAP. That needs to be out for summer, man. That's gonna be my new. I wear that everywhere. That's gonna be on my. I need two of them. Black kit, all black kit. It's needed, bro. It's been so long since we've had a black kit or something.
Where you gonna watch the game?
What, the last game?
No, the final.
Final. I'm probably gonna do a watch. I've set up the watch along. I'm on my channel. I'm doing a watch along on my channel.
Doing a watch along, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the watch along, man. Gunner K says Hook spotted a market opportunity with the Wrexham thing. Maybe. Don't tell too many people, but the Don's tears are needed. Moving on a little bit from the top 5 race in particular. As I said earlier, Hooks went viral. Hooks went viral midweek for his on the weekend, for some comments made about a certain someone on his way to Real Madrid. Can you delve into that a little bit, Hooks, and what you meant by what you said? Because there's probably plenty of people in the chat that have seen the tweet.
You say when? You know it's still going.
Still going. I remember when you sent it is when I saw. What's it on like now? Like 20, 30K or something?
Bro, it's got 2 million views. It's got 25K likes and it's got 1K retweets, 83 comments. Bro, it's gone mad, yeah. And all because, yeah, like, look, obviously, so 2 days ago, yeah, I saw so obviously West Ham have been releasing like videos for their players that are leaving, innit? Yeah, and I saw the Aaron Cresswell one, innit? And when I'm watching it, yeah, I'm like, raw. Man's actually crying. Like, he looks mad sad. And I'm listening to him, I'm like, wait, this brother's a Scouser. Like, this brother's a Scouser. Right. He's not even East London like that. He's only been there like 11 years. Well, I say only 11 years is a very long time, innit? But I'm like, ah, cool.
Nah, Aaron Cresswell's been in West Ham for everything, man. He's been there for a time. Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. I was like, why do you look more sad than Trent? I was like, cool. Maybe, you know, people react in different ways is cool. Yesterday, bro, I saw the Fabianski one, yeah? Bro, Fabianski is in tears, bro. I'm like, what? But all I did was I quote tweeted it and I said, okay, I won't lie, that Trent video is starting to look dark, yeah? It's all them things that the Liverpool fans were saying about Trent and reading off a teleprompter and all of that. Yeah, I'm thinking, okay, it's not looking good. Yeah. And then the thing is, Chelsea fans started saying, oh, yeah, but have you seen the Mount one? When Mount left Chelsea, bro, and I'm looking at it, and Mount, it looks very similar to the Trent one. No emotion. Just looks like they're reading from a script. Bro, how can you be at a club for 20 years and not even a red eye? Not even a little red eye. Do you know what I mean? Not a little red eye. You get me? So I was just like, raw, it's all mad. And obviously, I didn't expect the tweet to do all that. Like, that's crazy. Like, I could have never had fathomed that 2 million views, bro. Who am I?
You know what it is? I feel like with Twitter, it's always like that. Like, it's always your most random tweets that just end up popping off. Like, and it's always something basic. Like, you didn't even do didn't do no analysis. You're just a one-liner. Yeah. Trent is looking spooky, and then it's just like bang. Everyone's loving it. Everyone wants to view it, and you know, it's big up in it. Sometimes you need those just to get some viewership onto your page, man, and hopefully got a few new subscribers from it, innit? A few new people.
Maybe.
But More than anything, I can't even lie. I don't think it's been blown out of proportion. I think it's been blown out of proportion completely. I think that people need to realize it's just a younger generation. When you look at Trent, you look at Mount, they're like the same age as me, roughly, in and around, yeah. And I just think our generation of when we've come up, it's not that you don't have that emotional connection to the team as much as people think you do. Like, because it's like the social media era and all these things, they think and they buy too much into this, like, oh, emotional, he's leaving, he's been there for this long. They're making the storyline themselves. The storyline might not be that deep to Trent. Trent loves Liverpool, but he doesn't need to show that and cry on video and stuff. And let's be real, Hooks. Are you a man to cry on video? Am I? I don't care if it's a farewell, if it's my, like, are you a man to cry on video? Maybe if it's baby shower, family type of thing, but for work, let's have it right.
No, but like, do you know, I would cry on video.
I'm not. You're not gonna tell me, yeah, come sit down. You're leaving. Sit there.
I would.
You know, it's been such a tough time. Like, I've never wanted to leave this club. Like, bro's going on to bigger, better things. Man's thinking about all the baddies and Latinas he's gonna be popping bottles with in Marbella and Madrid, blood. You think he cares? He's looking forward to the next supermodels that him and Jude are gonna be two-man stepping with, bro. Trust me, he's not worried one bit about Anfield, about Liverpool. But no, look, away from the jokes, I generally just think it's a different generation of people. I think when you look at Fabianski, you look at Kufal, you look at some of these players for West Ham in particular, I will say West Ham's one of these clubs that breed a lot of passion. Like, if you play for them, you need to be passionate for the club. You need to love the club because there's not much going for them.
It stands for Liverpool, bro.
No, because I think although I agree that you should be like that for Liverpool, I think for Liverpool they're a big club, so it's easier to just enjoy your time there. Whereas if you're actually at West Ham, let's have it right, it's not going to be a lot of you. You're not going to enjoy a lot of your time there, bro. It's going to be a tough time. You need to love the club. You need to love
Henry cried when he left Arsenal, bro.
Henry
cried when he left.
Yeah,
Arsenal.
big up, older generation. I'm talking about this generation of players. I think it'll be very rare. Like, let's just say if we see Saka leave, I think it'll be emotional. I think he'll be soft. I think he'll know how to communicate the right way. I don't know if he will cry. Let's say Ethan Waneri. Do you know who won't actually? Let me say a better player. Miles Lewis Skelly. Nonchalant. He's not crying for Arsenal, blood. You think he will cry? He's probably going to sit there with like the straightest of faces, and then they're going to use that with another stick to beat him because the Englishman that's not doing it the right way. He's not crying. Come on, man. So Paulo says it here. Henry was a soft you anyway.
Henry will punch you up, so it's fine. But
talking to me or Paulo?
Both of you. At the same time. He'll punch you both up at the same time. You know
no. Don't. He's not talking to me. I don't even want to fight Henry. Shout out to Henry. I'd never want to fight him. But
yeah, cool. I know, because it'll get long for you. But by the way,
get long for him. That's why more than anything, very long. Yeah, because maybe I don't. Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about this, bro. It's Henry. I like Henry too. I'm not even gonna say nothing bad before it gets clipped up and someone thinks I'm trying to war Henry, bro. Like,
you know what it? Do you know what it is?
Tottenham, I would though. Don't get twisted, yeah.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, like it's. I hear the pride thing and not wanting to cry on camera. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, but for me, it's like this is a scenario where you shouldn't be able to stop yourself from crying. Do you get what I'm saying? Because like,
I don't think Kane cried, by the way. That's Jay just right. I don't think Kane cried in his leaving video. Sonny will. Facts. He's a crybaby. I don't think Kane did.
Like, the thing is, yeah, like, all right, you got to deep it, yeah. A lot of people will say, oh, like, it's just a job, yada, yada, yada. Bro, the brother has been there for 20 years, bro. 20 years. Do you know how many memories that is? Even just thinking about to like when you was a kid and like all the hopes and dreams that you had of making it to the first team, like all of the things that your parents did to ensure that you was always there, always on par. Like, you get what I'm saying? And then you make it into the first team, and then now you're first team regular for your boyhood club, and bro, your scouts, like, bro, you live in the ends, bro. It's your ends, bro. Like, this is more than just like, yeah, my 9 to 5. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a lot more than that, bro. And people are trying to make it out to like, bro, it's not like man worked at McDonald's for 20 years, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's deeper than that. And he's actually come out in the past and he's the one that coined it means more.
I know. I get what you mean, and I get the points around it. I generally get the points around it, but like, he's the one that decided to leave. A lot of these other players just aren't getting new contracts and stuff. Like, the club is letting them leave. He decided a long time ago
that doesn't play
that
a
he
part.
wanted to leave. So for me, I feel like that emotional part of it is not there per se, because he's the one that's chose to leave. And also
Henry chose to leave.
Also I think we need to remember that we don't know what politics gone on behind closed doors. We remember when Arsenal, when Adebayor left Arsenal, fans were slewing him. They were going mad until they found out the actual story behind it, and they were like, "Rah, we're fucked. Like, our club is not nice. Our club forced him out."
We didn't slew him when he left.
It was he did get slewed when he left, and then he got slewed when he done the celebration. He like doubled down. Cool, that was his fault.
Yeah,
because the stories didn't come out straight away that he was forced out.
Yeah, but he didn't we slewed him like how you would slew anybody that leaves your club, in it. You get what I'm saying? Then obviously man did the thing where he ran.
But that's my point. No, but my point is even when you slew anyone, like anyone leave the club, if you had the backstory of how he left and why he left, you wouldn't have slewed him at first at all. You'd have been like, bro, we done him wrong, we done him dirty, and we forced him out. So like, I'm not saying that is the thing with Trent, but we generally don't know the behind the closed door story. And he might feel like personally, not that he was forced out, but Liverpool didn't do him the right way. So there must be something behind closed doors that's obviously stopped him from being emotional. But I also just think younger people, our culture, you know, are like, people just aren't like that. I don't think people are as soft. They're not as in tuned in their emotions, bro.
I hear it, because you said you wouldn't cry. You're actually of that generation.
Yeah, I'm of Trent. That's why I said Trent's like amount of like similar ages to me.
You're of that generation. I hear it.
I generally don't think that I don't think many players will be crying like that. Like, I hear
you like, you get me, the COVID man, innit? Just get me. The COVID man, like, you don't really.
I don't even know what you're trying to say. What's he trying to say, people? He's trying to say the COVID.
You don't really remember what the before 4 time was like, innit? Like, for you, man, it's like,
oh yeah, I'm really like 5 years old. So I'm like 10 years old. Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember the era before COVID. I don't even remember what life was like. This chief, man. Hey, look at this guy just doing up a. I don't remember what life was like before COVID, bro. Louder. He lost his mind. Man says out of here. I don't know. Scouse move like he's Stevie G 2.0, but he's Sterling 2.0. I can't believe. Shout out to UK Drilly, man. Every single time. But boohoo, man. You lost the right back. Get over it. Facts. They've lost the right back. They've signed a new right back. It's not that deep. It's really not that deep. I generally think that it's been blown out of proportion like crazy. And if Trent, do you know what, I'm gonna say it now? Definitely think it's a color thing. Definitely think it's a color thing. Because if he was a certain IC3, yeah, it wouldn't happen. I don't think he'd be getting slewed as much.
I mean, I see one.
Whatever I see it is, it's I see something that. But yeah, no, I just think that Trent's been treated a bit harshly, man. He's definitely been treated a little bit.
You're not allowed to tell people how to feel. Remember?
Oh, I heard Monts trying to get onto you about that. Yeah. You guys can't tell us how to feel about it, but then you're trying to tell us how to deal with it. It's like, bro, we're not telling you how to feel, but ultimately, it is the facts. Like, we're telling you how I think you should feel. Whether you want to feel that way, it's up to you. Cool. But bringing it back, because obviously, you know, apparently don't talk about Spurs on these shows. So bringing it back to Spurs, we obviously played Aston Villa Friday night football along with Chelsea and Man United, who played together. And as we pretty much predicted beforehand, as you know, I did say Spurs were going to lose. I predicted a 3-1 loss. Got the goal difference correct, but the scoreline incorrect. It was a 2-0 win to Aston Villa. I can only say that I watched the first watched the first half, then I put the Man City game, the Chelsea game on, and then as you know, that game went into half time, and there was like 15 minutes left of the Tottenham game. So I missed 2 of the goals we conceded. Didn't really care. I think, and from what I've heard, the first half performance was the better half performance between us. I think that we was playing pretty good. We dangerous, got them down the left-hand side. Sonny, I can't even lie. My captain Sonny might be back to it. He's looking like he's properly back from injury now. Got that little pep in his step. No, he didn't score, but you know when someone's just they're moving a little bit quicker. He's not been looking the same all season. He's not had that little what do they call it in basketball? Jab step. The little jab step when he's just faking it. He's about to fake that little shoulder feint. He's got that back on lock, and it's looking like he's going back to old Sonny now. That's probably the only positive that I can take from the game. The game itself, Spurs got pammed for the 21st time this season. As I've said, 21 L's. 21 L's. I want to crush out, but I can't because we got bigger fish to fry this Wednesday. And that's where my focus is at, innit? I'll be real. With this game, I didn't upload a match reaction, didn't do a fan cam because I was just like, it's pointless, man. Look, we've lost so many games this season, and I never fathomed once in my lifetime that Spurs would lose this many games. But ultimately, we are where we're at right now. We have to accept the team for what it is. And like you said earlier, I'm halfway checked out of the Premier League, man. Halfway checked out of the Premier League. I don't really care whether Spurs do win or lose a lot of these games because we're already finishing 17th. It can't get no worse than that. If Spurs win the Premier League at this point in 2010, 2011, we would have been relegated. We would have been relegated. So for me right now, we just got to focus on that Europa League final. Manchester United on Wednesday, doing our business there so we can really just write this season off for what it is. And it's done, innit? Like, this is going to be a rubbish season unless we win a trophy, and then we can just remember the trophy. But away from that, 21 L's though, man.
Even if you win a trophy, it's still a rubbish season, man.
Like, that'll be a better season than yours.
No, it won't. It'll be a more successful, but not a better season.
It'll be better.
No, it won't.
It'll be a more successful, better season, whatever you want to call it. It'll be a better season. I've won a trophy, you've not. Do the math. I've won a trophy, you've not. Do the math.
But you don't win the trophy in the Premier League season.
But we'll be winning a trophy.
And you would have had a better European campaign. You would have had a better European campaign, but you would have had
a better season.
No, but it's cool. Like if you want to delude yourself, and then that's all well and good. So would you take finishing 17th every season if you won a trophy?
No,
but it's a better season, no? One trophy.
Well, if let's just say Arsenal. No, let's do it like this then. This is the hypothetical situation. I'm gonna take your scenario and just add a little spice onto it. Yeah. So Spurs finish 17th and we win a trophy every season. Cool. But Arsenal finish anywhere between 2nd and 17th and never win a trophy. What would you take?
But it's not about what would I take, because you're the one that's saying it's a better
season.
Season.
So I'm saying between the two, I'd rather take the 17th and a trophy.
It's not between the two. You don't need to add new scenarios.
No, but I added. No. You done your hypothetical scenario, and then I done my scenario, and I'm asking you the question now. So I done my scenario, you done yours. I answered your question, and I'm asking you.
In the scenario,
why are you asking questions? Just answer the scenario. What would you rather?
If you would stop talking, you would find out that I'm about to answer. So in the scenario where finishing between 2nd and 17th never wins me a trophy for the rest of my life, and the only way that I can win a trophy is if I finish 17th, then I'll finish 17th. But that's a very, very, very that's a very, very loaded question.
All right.
There's no one in the world that would 17th and trophy. But you said you had a better season than Arsenal, finishing 17th and winning the Europa League. So why is it that you wouldn't finish 17th every season and win a trophy?
Because I don't really. It depends what the trophy is. For 1 and 2, I want to.
But that's how you have a better season, though.
I don't want to go for a season where my team loses double-digit defeats. To finish 17th, you need to be in double-digit defeats every season.
Have you had a better season than Liverpool?
No, Liverpool won the league. That's
but
the main.
you won a trophy. Okay, have you had the same season as them?
No, because the Premier League is a massive trophy. To win the league is very
You both
hard.
won a trophy, and you both.
But they
got
won the
Champions
Premier
League.
League. The Premier League is a better season than winning
You
Europa
both won a
League.
trophy.
Now, if we finished in the Champions League places and we won a Champions League, then you could have a conversation about having a better season than the team that won the league. Otherwise, no, because the team that won the league
You would have had the exact same season that they had.
No, we
Yeah,
haven't.
they won a
won the
trophy.
league.
They won a trophy and they made it through.
They won a more prestigious trophy.
And you won a trophy and you made it through to
They
Champions
won a
League.
more prestigious trophy. We went through it on Trench Talks, the tiers of trophies.
No, you man do the tiers, and that's all well and good. But I'm talking about when you look at it from.
So, do you think all trophies are the same level?
When you look at it from a statistical perspective, you both won one trophy. You both made it into the Champions League. League position doesn't matter because you think that you had a better season than the team that finished second and made it into the Champions League. So league position don't matter. What we're looking at is, did you win a trophy?
Title matters, and it's a more prestigious trophy than the Europa League. But we're not going to keep going around in circles on that because it's so obvious.
Okay. Actually, did you? Okay, would you have had a better season than Palace?
Yes, because the Europa League is a more prestigious trophy than the FA Cup in my eyes. Now, that is debatable to who you ask, because for some people, the FA Cup is a bigger trophy.
But they finished higher.
And that's to them. But we're playing champion. The trophy that we win is getting us Champions League football. The trophy they win gets us into.
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there because.
But it is because the reward for me. The way I look at it, I'm going to give my point of view. Is the way that I look at it is that if the reward is lesser than the reward for the Europa League, then it's quite clearly a lesser level trophy. The reward is greater.
Yeah, but I'm talking. Okay, but hear me out, because this is how I view it. Yeah, let's be honest. Yeah, even if you go and win on Wednesday and you make it into Champions League football, you cannot build a squad good enough to compete in the Champions League. You
keep saying this.
You're not going to spend. You're not going to spend the money required. Come on, George. You know you're not. You don't even. You know you're not going to spend the money required.
Saying things. So when it's Spurs, there's absolutes. But when it's Arsenal, it's if, buts, and maybe.
No, but you know this. You
said I know. I don't know anything. What I do know.
What do you mean?
I don't even. I'll be honest. I got asked earlier about Spurs transfers, and I said, "Bro, I've not even thought about it." And you've not even seen me release a video. You've not seen me text you. You've not seen me send any links in to any chat room because I've not even thought about transfers.
Okay,
it's not even a thought in my head.
Okay, bear with me. What did you do the season that you got to the Champions League final? What did you do that transfer window?
But again, I feel like you need to remember that just like when Arsenal got to the Champions League final in 2006, it was in line with the year that you guys moved into your new stadium. So onwards from that, for one, the season we won and we went into the Champions League final, you do know that was the season that we went out and spent a lot of money. We signed a Nobele for 65 mil. We signed
Bring up latest comment. No, the latest one.
Not one link to a Spurs transfer. Yeah, you're right, because Spurs are not even sure what position they're going to be in with regards to managerial situation to even start looking at transfers. And that's why there has been links to Spurs transfers, but I don't buy into any of them because ultimately, how can you go and sign players for a club that you're not even sure which manager's going to be in June? So we need to look here and be like, our season's not done. We'll focus on transfers once the season's done.
But I hear that. Okay, so let me word it in a different way.
Big up Kizzy, man.
Yeah, big up Kizzy. Let me word it in a different way. If you make it into Champions League football, do you think realistically you can go on to win it next season?
Again,
even if you let's just say, I'll even be fair. Let's just say whoever your top managerial candidate is, and let's just say 4 to 5 players that you would really like, whoever
Xavi Hernandez and 4 to 5 players, yeah, we can compete for the Champions League.
Do you think you would go on to win?
No, I don't think that we would. I wouldn't put my money on Spurs winning it, but that's not to say it's a knockout competition. We definitely cool. We got there in the final with worse teams. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's just say you've won the Europa League and you made it into Champions League football, yeah, but you finished 17th. Yeah. Now this is how I'm looking at it. Crystal Palace have had a better season than you in the league, in the Premier League. They've had a better season than you in the domestic cups. Wait, tell a lie. Did you get knocked out before or after them in the Carabao? You got knocked out after them. Wait, or was it the same round?
You're forgetting we went into semi-final.
You went semi-final. Okay, cool. FA Cup, they've gone and won it. That's their first trophy that they've won ever. Yeah. Just
shout out to them for that. To be fair, we didn't talk about that on the show, but shout out to Palace for getting the job done. Eddie and Nketiah leaving Arsenal and winning the trophy. Shout out to him, man. Doing it the right way. Are you gonna clap your hands? And you rate Crystal Palace? You always say that.
Like, yeah, I already made the video, bigging them up, big up. Ian Wright, we got connection in it. So, and then they're now going into connection. They're going into Europa League. Yeah, I think it's way more realistic to say that Crystal Palace can go on to win the Europa League than to say Spurs can go on to win the Champions League.
Well, because the jump from the Europa League to Premier League to Champions League level is a lot higher than the jump from the Premier League to the Europa League level. Now,
which is what I said.
I said the same thing.
When I said that last week, you were suing me. So we're not running them.
No. You don't understand things. Hooks actually has a comprehension issue, people. That's the thing. Hooks actually has comprehension problems because he refuses to listen to things when people say something.
Bring up Footy Corner.
Footy Corner's just waffling as well. So how can you be confident you will spend required funds on required players?
Latest one.
I don't know. The point is, whoever's coming out of Footy Corner right now is waffling because you don't need to be linked to players to sign players. That's not how the transfer window works.
Because you want to bring it up, I respect the.
Eddie also won an FA Cup with Arsenal. Yes, so now he has more trophies. Than
why is everything about Arsenal?
So he has more trophies.
It's like everybody wins a trophy and then we talk about Arsenal.
I'm just saying. No, we don't. No, we don't. You brought up Crystal Palace's trophy win. I just mentioned Eddie Nketiah was a part of the team. Oh, am I wrong for mentioning a player left Arsenal and he won a trophy?
Every time,
am I wrong for saying that? Am I wrong for mentioning that?
Bro, do you know what's mad? Bro, every time.
You know what is mad?
In the world. It's not even in England. In the world, someone wins a trophy. What phase is this person in? Bro, by the way, why is it always about Arsenal?
What phase is Glasner in?
Why is it always about
What phase is Glasner in?
It's always about Arsenal, bro. It's always about Arsenal, bro.
No. You brought up the trophy win. I just brought up a reference point that I wanted to talk about, which was
you said
more than anything.
Eddie Nketiah left Arsenal and won a trophy. You said
facts. He did. But you brought up Crystal Palace, so it's relevant to the point. But anyway, relevant to what you was actually saying. Again, going back to your point, because comprehension issues. He clearly didn't listen to me what I said before. Yeah, of course the jump from the Premier League to the Europa League isn't as big from the Premier League to the Champions League. That's always been baiting. No one's ever said anything otherwise. But that's neither here or there. Because I remember when you said before that, teams that are falling out of Champions League are no longer playing in Europa League anymore. But now that I'm seeing the Atletico Bilbao team that got slapped up by United, that isn't playing Champions League, is playing Champions League next season. Yeah, they're playing Champions League next season. So if you beat Bilbao next season, are they a Champions League level team or a Europa League level team? I just need to understand.
Who?
Bilbao.
What about?
They're playing Champions League. Bilbao and Frankfurt, two teams that Tottenham and Manchester United knocked out in the quarters and semi-finals Europa League. They're playing Champions League next season. If Arsenal play those teams next season, are they Champions League level teams or Europa League level teams?
I still think they're Europa League level teams.
Okay. I just want to make sure that there was consistency there because apparently we only play Europa League level teams now. So when there are all these teams that get promoted into Champions League next year, like we saw with PSV and Sevilla, who you played this year, they're Europa League level teams, but they played in Champions League. But were they Champions League level teams?
Yeah, so is Monaco. I think there's loads of teams in the Champions League this season that you could argue are Europa League level teams.
Okay, so you didn't want to say that before. Oh, do you know what? Fairs. I like consistency. I'm not going to get on you. You're consistent.
It's like it's not my fault that people don't ask the right questions.
Nah. You just
if you want to get better answers, ask better questions. It's that simple.
I'll be asking good questions. You just run from them. But big up to Jords, Hooks, and the DRD crew. Big up to DB1981 every single time. 155 watching. I didn't even check the likes. But man said 36 likes. We should be on 50 likes. We got our last 10 minutes of the show. So please, can we get to 50 likes before the stream ends? It doesn't take a second. Just smash the like button and also subscribe to the boy Hooks. Link is in the channel. It's in the description. It's not hard to find. The maths ain't mathing on that one. Not gonna lie. Hit the button, people. You know what I mean? But just to let's go to quickly comments. So George, biometric from being 17th, our Spurs a championship squad. That doesn't, Kizzy. I generally don't get what you're trying to say because we're talking about Europa League and Premier League. I'm talking about referring to things that Hooks has said in the past and then using that as the question. You watch Hooks more than anyone, Kizzy, so you should know exactly what he said and what I'm asking in reference to that. And just off the back of the Crystal Palace stuff again, I just want to make sure that there is consistency amongst things. Crystal Palace are the 12th best team in the Premier League, yeah, because they finished 12th. They haven't
finished 12th yet, but I hear what you're saying.
Essentially, should they be playing European football? Because a lot of people feel like, Spurs and
they should.
And Man United shouldn't be playing Champions League football because they're 17th.
They shouldn't.
But why should the 12th place team be playing Europa League? I'm just trying to understand your point of view. I'm not saying this right or wrong.
Because I'll tell you what the difference is. Yeah, if you look at between, so Europa League is 6th. Well, actually, it's now. Wait, it was 6th and 7th, but now it's just 6th because obviously Crystal Palace won the FA Cup. Yeah. How far Crystal Palace aren't that far away from being 6th, bro, and that's the difference. Like, all right, let's do a quick math here. So
they're actually
Crystal Palace are,
just to give you 16 points.
Wait, Crystal Palace are currently, and they've got 2 games.
21
games. They've got 2 games. So if they win those 2 games, they go to 52, 55, which could take them, depending on how other results go, it could take them 9th or 8th. Yeah, it could take them 9th. Oh, that's mad. Biggs with the Fam Zone TV logo. I hear it.
It's Dean. It's just Dean. It's Dean.
Oh,
you never walk alone. It's Dean. He's just changed. I think he's in like his other account or something. That's what it is.
Okay. So they could end up 8th or 9th, which is not too far away from Europa League. But they did the unthinkable. And won the FA Cup, which gains them passage to the Europa League. Yeah, They did the unthinkable. Let's be completely honest. At the start of the season, you or Manchester United winning the Europa League was not the unthinkable. You were actually the favourites. You were both the favourites.
Yeah, I'm never denying that. You're answering your own question. Yeah.
So now, you man, 38. You man are actually 28 points away from qualification to your 28 points, bro. That's a big gap, bro. That's a mad gap.
Do you think that there's a point in the season when Tottenham and Manchester United both would have accepted that the gap's probably too far to close down, so the focus on Europa League makes more sense because that gains qualification and ultimately the same
about maybe 4 games ago. About maybe 4 games. Actually, I don't know.
I don't think it was 4 games ago.
I don't know for Tottenham, but for Man United, I think it was about 4 to 5 games ago where Amorim started talking that talk.
I agree. I think Man United probably would have been around April. I think for Spurs, I think that focus would have been shifted in February. I think that focus was shifted in February when we started to realize that we've got a lot of injuries. We've got some games. We're not able to keep up these games. We went on a run where we won, I think, 3 games or 2 games straight at the start of February. We beat like United. We beat some of these other teams. And then onwards from, I think it was either Man City or Bournemouth, one of those performances. At that point, I was like, yeah, I think Spurs and then they now need to focus fully on Europa League. So I'd say probably from the Ipswich game. So Man City lost, end of February. I think Spurs have had their eyes on Europa League, full focus.
You don't even, the way you've been playing this season, you don't even deserve to be in the Premier League, let alone Champions League, bro.
Well, technically we do because the 3 teams.
No, you don't deserve. No, you don't.
Well, you don't. Well, if you finish 17th and not 18th, you deserve to be in the Premier League.
No.
Whether it's shameless or not, that is a fact. Wait. No. Wait, Hooks. You like to deal with facts, yeah? You like to deal with facts.
Why are we doing this?
You like to deal with facts. So I'm just trying to understand, yeah?
Why are we doing this?
If this was Sheffield United and they finished 17th as opposed to 18th, do they deserve to be in the Premier League?
Why?
No, wait, Hooks. I'm generally just let's stop doing don't do the YouTube thing, yeah?
No, you're doing the YouTube thing, bro.
I'm asking a question, bro. You're doing the YouTube thing. Can you answer the question?
If Sheffield United finished 17th instead of 18th,
do they deserve to
be in the Premier League? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
No.
All right. So Hooks is doing a YouTube thing, people. On that note, I guess we can end the show because
How's that YouTube?
Hooks is doing a YouTube thing. He doesn't want to answer real questions.
Bro, you've lost 21 games. Bro, Tottenham have lost 21 games, bro.
The stars are aligning, yeah, because we're winning the Europa League, yeah. Better season than you, man.
Quickly before you go, yeah. What in the world where you don't win the Europa League? What then? What then for?
No, sorry, I genuinely don't get what you mean. Say that again.
What then for your opinions on your club if you don't win the Europa League?
We won't know till we see. Yeah, no one's gonna know. Make sure you tune in on Thursday for the match reaction, as well as
invite me.
Have some other shows on a Thursday. I'll probably I'll do a show on Thursday. I'll do a show maybe, I don't know what time. I can't make no promises, but there'll be a show on Thursday sometime, even the morning, afternoon, where I'm gonna be doing either a reaction or review.
No, do your reaction. No, do your.
I'm doing a reaction straight after, but I mean a live. It's about a live stream, not an actual video. No, I'm gonna be live. I can't lie. If we win, I'm staying live until like 12 a.m., bro. I'm gonna be celebrating. What do you mean? I'm gonna be celebrating to at least midnight. But the match reaction will come out straight after I've finished the
do you know what the most fucking thing is?
What?
Do you know you would actually get bigger numbers if you stayed on after you lost than if you stayed on after you won?
Yeah, I know, but I don't.
It's mad, It's mad, isn't it? It's actually mad.
I can't make no promises about staying on. I'm gonna be here. Me and Blackheart, Hotspur Cave J, we're gonna be here watching it. We're doing a 2-man thing. Pause, but it might look if us two might be going mad if we lose. So we're gonna stay on, but we might be going too mad. One of them ones, like if it might not be good for the YouTube if we're staying live after that, because it might just be slewing Spurs for a good hour or two.
Hey, send me the link.
We'll see. We will see. We will see. If I send anyone the link. If I send anyone the link, we will see. I can't make no promises right now because I don't send anyone links to any match watch-alongs, especially if we're losing. People are all trying to run up in here. Send a link, Jords. Send a link, Jords. Oh, all of this.
No, you're not losing yet, and I want the link. Send me the link now.
Nah, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
But look, people, we only have 41 likes, which is disgraceful. It looks like I'm gonna have to. Me and Hooks are just gonna be flaming up Saeed and Mo's chat from now on, innit? Because them man just don't be showing the love on the like button. I don't know what's going on. We should be on 50 likes. Got 125 people still in the building. I am gonna be redirecting you guys over to Hotspur Cave, yeah, so you guys can get a little preview of what is to come with our Europa League watch along that we're going to be doing for the final. He's gone live with Cass and Touchline Facts to do a little preview for the game. So make sure you show some love on their channel. Smash a like on his video and subscribe to him, man. He's on the road to 1K, so all the support is appreciated. And also subscribe to Hooks. Yeah, Hooks on the road to 10K. He's really a big timer now, really trying to get famous. He needs your help to do that. He's trying. He's almost there. But he needs your help to do that. So make sure you guys subscribe, show some love to Hooks. Have you got any lives or anything coming up?
No, I dropped a video though. There's a new pre-record on there, so go check that out. It's on the home page. Spoke about there's a report that apparently Arsenal are willing to offer Saliba in exchange for Rodrigo. So thought I'd just talk a bit
See,
about
Real
that.
Madrid are looking for another centre back on top of Howson. So hey,
Yeah,
who knows? Romero's available. Yeah, Romero's available if you want him. I'm just saying.
But he seems like he's fully locked in with Atletico Madrid.
He is.
Though.
No, Atletico, yeah, he probably will be. He's a Simeone player. Like, he's a proper Simeone player still. All heart, all passion. Yeah, he's one of them ones. But let me quickly go through the chat before I head out. As a Spurs fan, have to admit the competition is weak this season. Crystal Palace will win it next season, as I can't see any giant European teams entering it. Man City could, if that happens. Palace will win it. You know what? Glasner has won it before. So if there is any manager to lead them to it, I wouldn't be surprised. And hey, I don't need that, but Arsenal fans don't need that. To be fair, most of us don't need that. Crystal Palace in winning Europa League. Unless I win it this year, I won't care. But if that, yeah, let's not even talk like that. BBC Sport understands Pep Guardiola are withdrawing their initial interest in Florian Wirtz owing to the soaring costs of any deal. Yeah, I think he's on his way to Bayern, man.
You know why they're doing that, innit?
It's either Bayern or Liverpool.
No, but you know why they're doing that?
Why?
Because Man City still don't know if they're going to be in Champions League next season.
They
can't commit. They can't commit to work still.
They just need to win one of their games. They need to win one, and they're good in it. If they win one game, they're good, I reckon. So, yo, Gunnar K, what's wrong, bro? Do you know what? I think you either having beef with someone or something's going on. Because I'm seeing bare repeated in the thing. But big up to everyone inside. Make sure you are locked into Hooks' new video, and yeah, man, slap a DRD raid in Hotspur Caves chat. Let them know where you come from. But until next time, I will be back 4:30 p.m. The Football Terrace preview with KJ and Terry. So look out for that. And if not, later on today, 6:45, Sunshine, Sophia Talks Football, and Christina from The Last Word on Spurs. We got big previews to come today. 2 more streams. Look out for those. Peace.